DJI Mini 3 Pro Intelligent Flight. Focus track includes spotlight. Active track, point of interest. Before enabling focus track, make sure your flying environment is clear and free of obstacles. After takeoff, hover the aircraft at the altitude you want to record at. Focus track supports 3 modes. When the app enters the camera view, you can either tap on and frame the subject on the screen, or enable subject scanning on control screen. Tap the green icon to finish locking the subject. Once the aircraft has locked onto your subject, you can select a focus track mode. Spotlight. When using focus track, Spotlight is the default mode. Tap the shutter record button on the remote controller or the screen to start shooting photos or recording video. You can operate the control sticks to adjust the distance between the aircraft and the subject, or adjust the composition with the gimbal dial or left control stick. Active track. Active track offers 2 tracking options, trace and parallel. Active track supports tracking subjects such as people, vehicles, and boats. After selecting trace, tap the shutter record button on the remote controller or the screen to start shooting photos or recording video. Tap Go to start tracking. The aircraft will track the subject from the side at a fixed angle and distance. Select Parallel, and the drone will track the subject from the side at a fixed angle and distance. Tap the shutter record button on the remote controller or the screen to start shooting photos or recording video. If the aircraft loses track of its subject, it will simply stop and hover in place. Point of interest. Simply tap on or frame your subject, select the POI icon, set the flight direction and speed, and the aircraft will calculate the radius and fly around the subject, according to the set flight direction and altitude. Tap the shutter record button on the remote controller or the screen to start shooting photos or recording video. How to exit focus track. While flying, just tap stop or press the RTH button on the remote controller, and the aircraft will exit focus track. Master shots. After takeoff, set the aircraft to your desired height and position. Tap Shooting Mode on the right side of the screen and select Master Shots. After selecting your subject, the aircraft will automatically select one of the 3 flight routes based on target type and distance: Portrait, Proximity, Landscape. Portrait. When a person appears in the frame, you can tap the plus icon in camera view or drag a box around them to initiate the portrait mode of master shots. After confirming your subject, a map will appear automatically in the bottom left corner, and the estimated flight routes and area are displayed on the screen. You can adjust the width, length, and height of the flight area based on your surroundings. Tap to set a starting point. Select Auto, and the aircraft will automatically adjust its position for shooting. You can also tap to set a starting point. Then select Current Position, and the aircraft will use its current position as the starting point for shooting. Tap Start, and the aircraft will perform the following steps automatically. Zoom in, out. Circle medium. Circle close. Droning. Circle far. Pitch up plus fly forward. Rocket. Camera down plus circle. Camera straight plus descent. Camera down plus descent. After shooting, the aircraft will return to its starting point. Proximity. In proximity mode, the aircraft will automatically perform droning. Circle far. Pitch up plus fly forward. Circle close. Circle medium. Rocket. Camera down plus fly forward. Camera down plus circle. Camera straight plus descent. Camera down plus descent. Landscape. The aircraft will automatically perform droning. Circle far. Pitch up plus fly forward. Roll plus fly forward. Circle close. Zoom in, out. Circle medium. Rocket. Camera straight plus descent. Camera straight plus circle. How to exit master shots. If you want to exit master shots at any point during shooting, tap the X icon on the right side of the screen, or press the RTH button on the remote controller once, and the aircraft will exit master shots immediately and hover in place. Please note that master shots will also stop if the control sticks are moved, the aircraft is flown too close to a restricted zone or altitude zone, or if the aircraft sensing system is triggered during the flight. How to use the editor. After shooting is finished, the aircraft will automatically create an edited video and give users a preview. Tap the floating window at the bottom right corner of the screen, or tap the playback icon to preview the video. Tap the icon at the bottom right corner to select a template for creative editing. To preview the raw footage of master shots, tap Original on the far left of the template list. Tap Check to complete editing, and share your creation with friends by tapping the share icon in the top right corner of the screen. Hyperlapse. DJI Mini 3 Pro features 4 Hyperlapse modes: free, waypoints, circle, course lock. Each mode offers a unique flight trajectory and camera angle for truly incredible results in any environment. When framing your shots, try to avoid positioning the aircraft too close to the foreground, as the resulting footage may be unstable. Once you are in your preferred starting position, tap Hyperlapse, free. When shooting in free mode, you can control the aircraft's attitude and the gimbal's tilt angle. Tap free, and then set the photo interval, video length, and maximum flight speed. And the aircraft will automatically calculate the required shooting time. Tap the record button on the right side of the screen to start recording. Circle. Circle mode allows the aircraft to circle around the subject while shooting. Tap circle, and then set the photo interval, video length, flight speed, and circle direction. After selecting your target, tap the record button on the right side of the screen. After detecting the subject, the aircraft will automatically calculate and plan the flight route and begin recording. Course lock. In course lock mode, after locking the orientation, the aircraft will fly in the direction it is facing. After selecting your target, tap the record button on the right side of the screen, and the aircraft will keep your subject in center frame while flying and recording. Regardless of the way DJI Mini 3 Pro is facing, the aircraft will fly straight in a preset direction. Even if you don't select the subject, the aircraft will fly straight in the preset direction and shoot a stunning hyperlapse video of your surroundings. Waypoints. In waypoints mode, the aircraft automatically flies and records along a preset route. Tap Waypoints, and fly the drone to your preferred locations. Change the aircraft's yaw angle and the gimbal's tilt angle to capture different perspectives. Tap the record button on the right side of the screen. The aircraft will automatically calculate and plan the flight route and begin recording. On the upper left side of your screen, you can find the Hyperlapse task library. You can save your current trajectory in the library or use a previously saved flight route. When using a previously saved flight route, make sure there are no obstacles anywhere along the route. After shooting is finished, the Air 3 will automatically compose a hyperlapse video. You can preview the video by tapping the playback button. QuickShots. QuickShots include droning, rocket, circle, helix, asteroid, boomerang, video playback, and sharing. Before using QuickShots, make sure that the aircraft is in normal mode. It is advisable to fly the aircraft in an open, obstacle-free area within the set distance range. If you are not familiar with the QuickShot mode that you've selected, we suggest starting with a shorter distance first. Launch and hover the aircraft at least 2 meters above the ground. Tap the shooting mode icon on the right side of the screen and select QuickShots. Droning. Select droning and set your desired maximum flight distance. You can tap and frame your subject manually on the screen, and then tap Start to begin shooting. The aircraft will fly backward and ascend with the camera locked onto the subject. Once shooting is finished, the aircraft will return to its original position. Rocket. Select Rocket and set the maximum flight height. You can tap and frame your subject manually on the screen, and then tap Start to begin shooting. The aircraft will ascend with the camera pointing downward. Once shooting is finished, the aircraft will return to its original position. Circle. Select Circle and set the aircraft's circling orientation. You can tap and frame your subject manually on the screen, and then tap Start to begin shooting. The aircraft will begin circling the subject in the preset orientation, and with the current distance as the radius, while recording automatically. Helix. Select Helix and set the maximum flight radius. You can tap and frame your subject manually on the screen, and then tap Start to begin shooting. The aircraft will fly backward and ascend while circling the subject once in a golden spiral, with its current distance to the subject as the initial radius. Asteroid. Select Asteroid and set the maximum shooting distance. You can tap and frame your subject manually on the screen, and then tap Start to begin shooting. The aircraft will fly back, ascend to the set distance, and hover to capture a panorama. Boomerang. After selecting Boomerang, you can tap and frame your subject manually on the screen, and then tap Start to begin shooting. The aircraft will then fly around the subject along an oval path. Exiting QuickShots. During shooting, tap the X on the right side of the screen, or press the Set button on the remote controller, and the aircraft will exit the QuickShots immediately and hover. It should be noted that moving a control stick will also stop the QuickShots. Video playback and sharing. Tap the playback icon in the app to watch your video. Tap the download icon in the lower right corner to save the original clip or generated video to your smartphone. You can also tap the edit button in the lower right corner to edit the original clip or generated video. Tap the share icon in the upper right corner to share your video with friends. Thank you for watching.